We made it. It is Friday's market wrap up here at TGO Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and the chart of the volatility index, the VIX, says it all. From the short vol, oh my God, interest rates might possibly go up sometime in the next year, implosion, all the way back to we're almost back to our resting heart rate. We still got about maybe $5 or $6 to go back to all is well, nothing bad can happen. So just taking a look at the chart of that VIX, folks. When this spiked like this, what did I have? My little yellow drawing device in my live trade briefs. I said, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to get back to our resting heart rate. That's where we are. Dow's up about a $1.50 day. Dow was really getting hammered yesterday, obviously, on Boeing. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. I kind of had a Jerry Maguire moment on my Facebook page this morning, also on the Top Gun Options Facebook page. If you're not my friend on Facebook, you should be, but also on the Top Gun Options page. So do me a favor and read that. Yesterday, our time, a Pavehawk helicopter, a medevac. So it was an Air National Guard helicopter with about 5, I believe, PJs on there, U.S. Air Force PJs, parajumpers, pararescuemen. You know what their motto is? So that others may live. 7 of them died. 7 near Al-Qaim in the Al Anbar province. That was yesterday. Wednesday, 2 naval aviators crashed, ejected outside of the envelope, single engine, upside down, and ejected into the shallow water in the Keys. We'll talk about a horrific way to die. That's one of them. So in the past couple days, we've lost 9 of our service personnel, and I got to be honest with you, on my social media, most people gave a shit more about a puppy dying in an overhead bin. Tragic. I probably would have shed a tear a little bit too. That's awful. Or about kids down here in Parkland or walking out across the nation instead of sitting in class and learning why we have a Second Amendment. And these were the same kids who were a couple weeks ago were eating Tide Pods and also believing that anal sex wasn't, was fine because it didn't impact their virginity. But now they're going to lecture me on the Second Amendment. So if you are a friend of mine on Facebook and you didn't take any time to recognize any of this week, do me a favor and unfriend me because we weren't friends to begin with. So absolutely horrific week for the United States military. So as you go get drunk this weekend and put stuff in your body that you most likely shouldn't be, just remember the reason you have the freedom to do that is because nine of these dudes are no longer walking the face of this earth right now. I guarantee you when those two dudes ejected, they thought, all right, man, we're good to go. We're in these safe ejection seats. Tell that to their families. Anyway, big article in the Journal today. North Korea is making millions of dollars on selling power to China. So China obviously is China. They pretended, at least for a little bit, to say, hey, when Trump put 3 carrier strike groups over off their coast, we'll do something about North Korea. Everybody just throttle back, and they did. They tightened up some trade, and hey, we're really going to get tough. Of course, they're not tough. There's Chinese tankers sitting off of North Korea in the middle of the sea, transferring oil to North Korea. They're violating the sanctions, folks. So this is why Trump, last week, I had no problems with him making a big shot across China's bow going, hey, man, your $200 billion, whatever it is, surplus, that ain't, you might have been able to negotiate under Barack Hussein Obama or the Clintons or the idiot Bush is. Those days are over with. God bless Donald Trump. He's going to do us right here. Stocks are up today. What happened, folks? What an incredible week. Rex Tillerson's gone. Oh, my God, chaos at the White House. Larry Kudlow's in it, National Council of Economic Advisors. North Korea wants to sit down with – what an epic week. So what was it on Wednesday? Oh, my God, the stocks are imploding on a potential trade war. Did you not hear the dude a couple weeks ago saying he was going to do this? Now he's really, really maybe going to do this. Come on, folks. Larry Kudlow's a good dude. He will be a calming voice. Ultimately, the president is the voice. But at least Larry can run out there to the microphone after the president flubs it up and go, hey, what the president meant to say was this. So I told everybody in our live trade briefs this week, Monday, print this word for word. I said we will pull back to the 50-day moving average, just as I said that here. I said the exact words I used were we will chop around this 50-day moving average. I said we'd pull back to the 50-day moving average by Friday. Print, nailed that. But folks, the bad news is out there. We have a potential trade war, and you won't know the tactics of it. Like, oh my God, we're losing it. There won't be headlines like that. It'll be, hey, the UK signed a back deal with Trump, and China's going to play nice. The fears of a full-blown trade war come from idiot limousine liberals in San Francisco at cocktail parties. It ain't going to happen. And oh, by the way, the Democrats' main constituency unions love this. So we got a lot of Trump Democrats, especially the congressman that won in Pennsylvania. He's a Trump. He's pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, hates Nancy Pelosi, loves tax cuts. Oh yeah, he's a Democrat. Come on. Do you own Bitcoin? The IRS is coming for you. It's no longer going to be the Wild West. So this thing, again, I would trade the underlying, the quote blockchain technology underneath it, not the, when you spend $1 for fake internet $15, that's the worst trade ever, and it's stupid. So obviously we're targeting China here, but we got mixed macroeconomic data this week. The JOLTS report was today. The jobs opening, JOLTS. I'll just say JOLTS. Here it is. Joel, look at this. Blew it out of the water. This is like the unemployment number last Friday. The number of job openings is at an all-time high, 6.3 million. Well, whiz, that's not good. It is good because that means companies are hiring. The good part about this is companies can't fill these jobs. Great place to be in. So good news there. We also got University of Michigan consumer sentiment numbers right there from a 99.2 to a 102. Can you say knock the cover off the ball? I think you can. This is sourced to a record high as the poorest Americans are also rejoicing. Those tax crumbs that Nancy Pelosi and other limousine liberals make fun of are happy meals to other people. They ain't crumbs, Nancy. They're actually meals and dinners and foods. Might not pay for their monthly valet fee like you in your beautiful walled house, but this is the danger to the Democrats. Don't give me this blue wave shit coming because of the election. That's good. It's an 8-month district. It goes away in 8 months, and the dude ran as a Republican, essentially. U.S. industrial production growth surges to 7-year highs. Okay? Good shoots. But we had some brown shoots as well this week. The Empire Fed survey was up. The Philly was down. Goldman and the Atlanta Fed slashed their Q1 forecast to below 2%, and housing starts and permits plunge in February. Well, Wiz, that was sounding really good until all this stuff. That's net good, folks. When you have this type of not too hot, not too cold, what do we call that? Goldilocks. We have kind of a Goldilocks market where Jerome Powell, our Fed chief, can sit there and go, maybe I don't have to have as many interest rate increases this year, which will be bullish for stocks. Have an Amazon trade that I'm following right now for the first hour or two. During amateur hour, it was looking great. Our weekly bull put spread was right above where we needed to be, and then I guess everybody went to go lunch early in Chicago, New York, and London to have some tin sandwiches, and it's back here. I'm going to dogfight this into the close, folks. I did this a couple weeks ago, and the thing ended up pinning back up here, making a round trip. So I sent out a text alert earlier. I said, hey, man, if you're froggy and you don't want to dogfight this thing the rest of the day, I'm not rolling it. I'm not adjusting it. I'm sitting on it because the Dow's looking pretty strong, and who knows? But literally in weekly options time, this is a world of time left in Amazon. Even if it takes a max loss on this trade, we are still printing money, and our success rate is still at a 91.6% successful trade rate in a rolling 6-month period. That's pretty damn good. We have a hell of a lot of other trades that are crushing right now. What else did we talk about? I'm going to try and send out an urgent alert today. Good looking. Yep, there's our bear call spread on Win. That's looking good. And yesterday we put on what? A nice bear put spread right around here. So we're taking. This is bullish. That's a gap move. It held the gap, and it hasn't made a move down to here, so that's bullish. So we got good-looking win trades on. I think the financials are going to get back on their horse eventually here. J.P. Morgan made a little bit of a head move towards the Keltner channel, stabilized, and is hanging here, and I think goes higher. We're getting ready to head into Q1 earnings season. Really looking forward to that. Like I said, we talked about the VIX, Amazon, J.P. Morgan, some other ones. Raytheon, the gift that keeps on giving. Kind of get a little soft here, just coming. This is oh my God, are we going to get impacted by the trade war? It may be a little bit, but not as bad as like a Boeing the other day. My God. Loved So 2 days in a row, the president was sitting or standing, giving a speech in front of two F-18 Hornets, and then of course the other Wednesday, two dudes die in one. I post on social media, of course, Murphy's Law. I'm like, 2 days in a row, two Hornets. The guy's got a Hornet fetish. Day 3, two guys are dead from the Black Lions of VFA 213. It's my old Tomcat squadron in my air wing. So for my members, if you're not a member here, folks, it's pretty damn easy. Just head to our homepage, Top Gun Options, and scroll down and take a test flight. If you ski at all, speaking of skiing, I'm heading to Aspen next week. I'm doing little to no work. I can run Top Gun Options from here and the top of Aspen or one of the back bowls, and that's what I plan on doing. I haven't had a vacation since 2006. Every year I go skiing with my kids at spring break, I do webinars and shit, and I'm not doing that next week. Ever at all anymore. I think we've earned it. We're up, even if Amazon takes our loss today, we're still up in the mid-40 in 3 months, 2.5 months. No, January, February, halfway through March. 2.5 months, we're up about 45% across our portfolios. If a hedge fund was up 45% year to date, they'd close. They wouldn't take any more money and they'd sit on those earnings. I'm not, but I'm taking next week off. I might do a live trade brief, maybe on a Wednesday. And I'll probably do some daily videos, but I'm warning you right now. I'm going to shoot a video in a couple minutes about what to do next week, especially for the new folks. Hey, watch every one of the old Full Throttle. These are from a couple weeks ago. The Full Throttle academics. Read all your manuals and get up to speed. So next week is study hall for you guys. But if you want to take a test flight in any of our services, because we filled up our 50 full throttle slots, you can get into a full throttle defensive, offensive, or max on a trial basis, and give it a shot there. So, but anyway, folks, I got to run. Looks like my Facebook feed is glowing about all this stuff. But anyway, folks, if you get a chance, go to the Top Gun Options Facebook page and read about this. There's a picture of the two guys that lost their lives in Key West, and seven great Americans. 9 people this week, guys. Remember that this weekend when you're having a drink, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and maybe I'll see you for Monday's Market Outlook. Otherwise, I'm going to be in Aspen having a good time with my kids. God bless. We'll see you.